Warning: the content of this web episode includes helpful tips and perspectives, a beautiful French Canadian accent with extra cheesy moments. Enjoy! Oh, hello everyone! Welcome to the Pineapple's Theory Extra Cheesy Webisode. I'm your host, Mr. Pineapple, and let's welcome my co-host, Hello, Mr. Coco. You truly have the most beautiful smile. A long time ago in humans' timeline, there were kings. All hail the king was often in society's mind and expressed. Was the king truly the king and the one to be recognized? The king had its title, but most importantly, the king had a team. For example, before eating, there would be a tester to ensure the king's meal was not poisoned. The tester would share to the king, yay, all good. The king would eat and shine by sharing to others to eat. Who's the real influencer? Who should be recognized? The tester who puts its own life at risk for the king, or the king himself? In today's timeline, what was still is. The testers community is such a small percentage of society. Many will wait for a few testers' positive feedback before emotionally feeling confident they'll make a good choice. Sometimes it's in the simplest day-to-day scenarios, such as at the restaurants with friends. You look at the menu, something triggers your eyes and appetite, but you never had it before. You're not sure if you should have it until someone is at the same table as you, orders it, or once ordered it. What do? You'll be asking, hey, how was it? Your friend became the tester and you are the king. For other scenarios, the tester is like the king. Like if there's a position level pyramid in the testers community, those high ranked testers have a title known today as influencers. Those same influencers were one day at the bottom of the pyramid. Their testing experience led them to initiate something new until someone highly ranked once became its tester. The highly ranked tester, aka the influencer, gave a push to the initiator who now became the influencer. What once was had the potential to kill someone. Often today, many of what is new is not a threat for life. And still, a large scale of society will wait for a high ranked tester to say, yay. This means there's a lot of kings out there waiting for the approval. In perspective, this could explain the following business mindset: customer is king. Often, many forget what something was and how someone once was before becoming part of everyone's knowledge and day to day. Many wait for something or someone to become a thing to invest in it and trust it. While they wait, it's only then they'll try to shine when someone else has done the positive work. In perspective, we could emotionally be able to make it easy for ourselves, like at the restaurant. Looks good, you want it, you get it. No need to wait for someone else's approval. A very small amount of hiring testers will notice an initiator's potential and simply test it, support it, give it a push to also make it become an influencer. A niche amount of the hiring testers remember who and what once was and where they once were. They are the one who truly make others appreciate their inner sweetness. The initiator has an extraordinary potential to shine by making someone else shine. If you want to shine like a star, care to make others shine like stars. Back in the 80s, known worldwide as Mr. T, Lawrence Turo shared a valuable lesson during an interview. His calm, peaceful, and humble response was an amazing example of how the inner aura can be deployed. Let's have a look.
I'm looking at you with, I don't know, $10 million worth of diamonds and gold and everything, and then I'm looking at your shoes that are just a disaster. Now, will you explain to me what's with these shoes all taped up looking
That's the
tacky?
truth. You see, well, to some people they might say this tacky, but there's a message in these shoes. You see, these shoes keep me humble. And if you recall last time that we met, I had these shoes. They wasn't in that bad of a shape, you know. But these shoes are handed down through my family. My father wore them, my brothers wore them, and things like that. So they keep me humble, keep me and let me remember that I have a brothers and sisters back in Chicago, not doing to where I got mother and father that I must take care of. So you see, out in Hollywood, and especially all the money that I'm making now, it's so easy for me to get caught up in all these material stuff and forget where I'm coming from. So wherever I'm be, whether I'm with a governor or a mayor or a reception or whatever, I look down at my shoes and let me know, hey, I can't get too carried away here. So it keeps me level. As I say, I want to keep my feet on the ground and my head towards heaven.
A question in mind is, who are you? The one waiting or possibly the initiator? Known worldwide, the following successful individuals were often put aside and turned down until the king of the testers chose to be possibly the initiator. Walt Disney was fired because he apparently lacked imagination and had no good ideas. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first job as a television reporter because she was unfit for TV. Stephen King received 30 rejections for Carrie. Oscar-winning actor Sidney Poitier was told by a casting director, "Why don't you stop wasting people's time and go out and become a dishwasher or something?" Steven Spielberg got rejected from film schools 3 times. The Beatles were told they had no future in show business and that their guitar music was on the way out. Hugh Jackman was fired from 7-Eleven as a cashier for interacting too much with the customers. And lastly, Elvis Presley got fired after his first performance. Mr. Coco, do you remember where you come from? A long time ago, a human saw where you came from and told himself, this has potential, let's try it. Today, Mr. Coco, you're a superstar. Everyone knows you, nearly all households have you. You're in several books. You are in several expressions such as walking on eggs. You're part of many events such as the trick in Halloween. You are Mr. Coco, an inspiration for millions. I'm so excited to work with you and thank you for being my co-host. It's extra sweet of you. And one day you'll shine like Wilson from the movie Castaway. For example, before eating, there would be a tester to ensure, ensure. Mr. Dodo! Those same influencers were one day, often, many forget what something was and how someone once was before being. When you play with a timeline, you mess up. Many wait for someone. I missed the word. Many waits for something or someone. A long time ago, a human, Yaman. Oh, Mr. Cow. You're still smiling? All right. I'm